This video is sponsored by Nihon Box. Click the link in the description for a discount on your first box and stay tuned to the end of the video for an unboxing. Wow, I asked you guys if you wanted me to talk about Hope Arc, and almost the entire comment section was nothing but, yes, please talk about Hope Arc. So first off, thank you so much for the amazing response. But now I have to talk about Hope Arc. This is gonna be fun! Just so you know, this entire video is going to be one massive spoiler. I'm going to cover everything from the DanganRonpa series, anime, and video games. You have been warned. Before we talk about Hope Arc, there's something I need to address. My opinion on a certain character. And judging by the comments on the last video, I'm going to be in the minority on this one, but here it goes. How do I feel about Ryota Mitarai? He's the worst. Like, literally the worst character in the series. I don't just mean the show. I'm talking the entire DanganRonpa franchise. Okay, he's not objectively the worst, but he's my least favorite character overall. Initially, we feel sympathetic for him because he wants to make an anime that inspires hope in people. He's the ultimate animator, and it's the thing he loves to do. He is so devoted to his work that he'll even work himself to the point of exhaustion because he wants to finish it so badly. But then the Despair sisters take an interest in him and his skills as an animator. Mitarai is horrified that anyone will discover his involvement with Junko. In fact, during the killing game, he won't even share what his forbidden action is out of fear that someone will link the two events together and realize his involvement. Again, we're sympathetic for him because it's a crazy situation to be in and he doesn't know who to trust. It's understandable that he would be scared. And then the bullcrap called Hope Arc happens. So after Makoto survives the brainwashing video, it seems as though the killing game is over and now they all get to get out of there safely. Well, no. Mitarai decides that as long as there's despair in the world, things will never truly get better. So what is the best way to combat the despair brought about by a brainwashing video? Why use another brainwashing video to eradicate despair? Obs! Okay, I'm trying to see where Mitarai is coming from here, but does anyone else see how backwards this is? Literally, how is any of this different from what Junko did? Rhetorical question! It's not. He's doing the exact same thing, but in the name of hope. Not even in the name of hope. In what he deems to be hope. He's working with a rather twisted logic by doing this not really to save anyone, but more to ease his own guilt for what happened at Hope's Peak. I get that he wants to try and make things right, but this is beyond the wrong way to go about doing it. But in all honesty, Mitarai is overshadowed in Hope Arc by the fact that the students from the 77th class, the remnants of despair from Super DanganRonpa 2, come back to the Future Foundation to try and fight off Mitarai's newly brainwashed minions. While I can't deny how excited I am to see them in action, including my favorite little D-bag, this really lessens some of the drama that happens in the second game for me. To clarify, these guys were placed in something called the New World Program, or Neo World Program to those who played the games, as a means to try and rehabilitate them to how they were before Junko's brainwashing. However, the program was corrupt thanks to Kamakura and a virus that he gave it. As a result, Monokuma showed up and started the killing game all over again. By the end of the game, the survivors were left with a choice to decide if they were going to continue to walk towards hope and try to find a way to revive their friends, or if they would fall back to despair. There are some subtle hints dropped throughout Future Arc as to what their fates could have been, but Hope Arc reveals that they're all alive and all rehabilitated. As much as I want to be excited for it, it just seems like a bit of a cop-out. It felt like nothing was truly at risk with this group because it was all just a program and everything is A-okay now. No lasting repercussions of the brainwashing video, or the fact that Hajime literally gave up his own mind and personality for the sake of hope science. Okay, I can suspend my disbelief and say the rehabilitation worked, and they came to the Future Foundation to help their former classmate. It is rather poignant to have them be the ones to help Miturai rather than Makoto. They've been through despair. They're both sides of the coin. They understand why both need to exist. Despair can be destructive, but hope can also be constricting, as we saw with Munakata on his crusade to try and eradicate despair. They convince Miturai not to brainwash the whole world and welcome him back into the fold as a member of their class. From there, things wrap up with the remnants setting out to chart their own destiny and Makoto wishing them luck. And that's it. There's nothing else to talk about with Hope Arc. So, what are my final thoughts on it?
Hey, what you got there?
Nothing much, just a drug that delays the poison those awful bagels were using.
Let me see that.
No. You can't be serious. Oh God, please no. Don't do this to me, Dangan.
Excuse me, Mr. Principal. They're waiting for you.
It. If they gave up, so do I!
Okay, as a DanganRonpa fan, I have had to put up with a lot of bullshit in this series. But this? Bringing Kyoko back to life after what it meant to Makoto for her to die? I was genuinely angry when I saw that. This is a series that has the audacity to do some of the most insane and over-the-top deaths imaginable to characters that we've grown to love and are super attached to. The third game killed off the character we'd been playing as in the first case. But we can't kill off someone from the first game now because... So yeah, needless to say, I'm not a fan of that decision. Now, originally this ending was going to be a rant about how terrible the ending of Hope Arc was, and how much I couldn't stand where the episode focused on, and how all the storylines ended. But for the most part, everything does wrap up pretty nicely. We get concise answers as to what happens with each member of the surviving classes from each of the killing games. And while I may not personally like Miturai, this is a good arc of redemption for him. He does get his chance to atone, and he does get a chance to set things right by the people that he wronged. When I was reading through the comments, it was pretty split 50-50 as to whether or not people enjoyed Hope Arc or people despised it. And I can see where both merits come from. So long story short, yeah, I don't really care for Hope Arc. But looking back on it, it's better than I remember. Well, glad that wraps that up. I guess I'll go out and stretch my legs and see if anything came in the mail today. Hi there everyone, this is Hannah from Anime America, and I am excited to bring you November's Nihon Box. So once again, if you're interested in the Nihon Box, you can click the link down in the description below to get a discount off your very first box. So let's go ahead, dive right in, see what we got for this month. I have to show you guys how it's packaged. It's wrapped up like this, and it looks absolutely beautiful. I adore this box so much. So for November, the theme is Autumn in November. So the first thing that we have is a One Punch Man shirt, a little Kokeshi doll, and she gets a Momiji backdrop. Love it. A bowl with beautiful little leaves on it. Pokemon figure. So you get a little Pikachu figurine with a QR code at the bottom that you can put in Pokemon Sun and Moon, and it has a couple different ones like Emolga, Magnemite, Pichu, and you can get those Pokemon in the game. A Totoro 3D puzzle, a Majin Buu keychain. We have Momiji leaf filled with bean paste. And finally, Pikachu curry, because nothing says autumn like a delicious warm bowl of curry. So thanks again for watching, guys. Remember, click the link down below to get a percentage off your very first Nihon box, and stay tuned to Anime America.
Thanks everybody for watching our review. If you wish to keep up to date with Anime America events, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Tumblr. If you want to support this channel, be sure to click on the notification bell to keep up with our video uploads, as well as liking this video and sharing it on any social media platform you choose. If you wish to support us financially, we have a Patreon page with numerous rewards to fit your budget, as well as sell posters on Store Envy and t-shirts on Teespring. Don't forget to subscribe to Anime America for more awesome reviews and top 10 lists. We also have a sister channel called Pop Spectrum, where we review anything in pop culture. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned to Anime America.